Hey guys, what's going on? Got an exciting video for you today. We're going to go over how you can unlock Ultron in one day. There is a few discrepancies with all this stuff, but essentially here's my proof of me doing it in 4 hours and 30 minutes. I have more proof I have a screenshot of my team, beating it. I don't have actual gameplay just because I did this when I didn't have internet. So I don't have actual gameplay, but let's go ahead and get into the characters you need. And you need 6 characters. I know that's not ideal. I know you only want to take in 5, but a good thing about these 5 characters is there's 2 bio characters, that's Captain Marvel and Yo-Yo. There's 2 tech characters, that's Minerva and Scientist Supreme. There's 1 skill character, and then there's 1 mutant character. The skill character is Nick Fury, and the mutant is Phoenix. So I'm going to go through each one of these individually and tell you why this can clear it. And again, my discrepancies. As you can see, I have Nick Fury and Phoenix at gear 14. If there was any way I could drop down my gear to gear 13 to try this out, I would. My Scientist Supreme is level 74, my Captain Marvel is level 70, my Minerva is level 75 with a couple gear 14 pieces on it, and then my Yo-Yo is level 75. I know this is not the most free-to-play friendly team, especially with Yo-Yo and Minerva. Scientist Supreme is probably the friendliest free-to-play, then followed by Nick Fury, and then maybe Captain Marvel, then Phoenix, then Minerva, and Yo-Yo. But I think most people like Captain Marvel because they brought back the Widowmaker calendar event for the 2-year anniversary. But if you don't, I think you can swap out Captain Marvel for probably like a Falcon or something. But let's go into each individual character, and I'll tell you why they're needed. Alright, so the first character we're going to go over is Nick Fury, and it's kind of dumb why you need him. He's a solid character, but I was trying to do this with the most free-to-play roster I could, but I don't know. I'm going to still be working on this stuff because I obviously want you guys to be able to clear Dark Dimensions 2 with just farmable characters. But this is what I have right now for you guys. I'm going to keep working on this stuff just because I think this stuff's fun. But the reason why you need Nick Fury is because of his shield security summon. And the reason why you need him is because in Node 11, there's 5 or 6 Deadpools. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. But those Deadpools, even if they have 2 buffs on them, heal themselves up all the way. It's in his passive where he heals for each debuff on him. And that's an issue. A way to stop this is with Shield Security's crowd control, because if a target has slow, you will stun them, and that stops Deadpool from healing himself up, allowing you to get through that node. It's really stupid, and I hate that you need Nick Fury just to get through node 11 with this team, but it is what it is, I guess. That's all I can say. Again, he's gear 14. I really think you could get it with gear 13. His health, I don't even think ever dropped below 80%. This rally that he does is really good because he spreads buffs to all positive effects to himself and all allies. And with Yo-Yo on the team, she gives him evasion up basically every other turn. And then that's pretty much it when it comes to Nick Fury. Again, you need shield security to stun Deadpool, and his rally is really nice. You don't really need his director of shield for this. And again, I think gear 13, you can beat it. So what I'm showing you today is the characters that I used, even though it was a while ago that I did this. But I have not changed their level or anything, and I believe the Red Star rework happened after, or happened before I did this. I did this before the Red Star rework happened. So if anything, it'll help. Again, he's 5 red stars too. So again, but his health really did not drop below 80% for me. And with this team, I was able to probably auto 95% of it from node 1 through 15, or before the Ultron node. The Ultron node I had to actually play myself, but everything else I could auto. Phoenix, you need Phoenix for the Ultron node. And the reason why you need this is because of Dark Phoenix. When she dies, she becomes Dark Phoenix, and she is just a huge damage dealer. This is the only one that I believe that maybe gear 14 helped me beat it. I still think you could do it with gear 13, but I've done this run through twice, and I think you can do it with the gear 13 Phoenix. A lot of people recommend having these 2 T forward. I like this Bestowed Light just because when she's in the summon mode, instead of 15% health that she drains 20%. And that's really helpful. You're probably going to want to use her in Dark Dimensions 3 in the future. So I think she's a really solid character to have for this, but you definitely need her to be Ultron at least in one day. Other than that, she's just used for the last node. You can't revive her or anything. If you want to revive her, you can, but I don't think you should just save her for the last node. Next up is Scientist Supreme. Scientist Supreme is the most free-to-play character on this list. You can farm her. No T4s are needed. She's at tier 13 with, I believe this is a kind of tier 13 piece. You can use it to get from tier 12 to tier 13, and this is just a blue gear piece. She's level 74. Don't know why I stopped. Actually, I do know why I stopped, but it didn't have to do with this. I would probably advise for you to just take all these characters up to level 75. Just it'll make it a little bit easier. But yeah, what Scientist Supreme does for the team is she revives if Minerva dies or anything, but really that didn't happen. She also has this retro vaccination, which applies debuffs to the other team and also heals your team, not by much. And then this field trials will flip all those negative buffs into positive buffs, and that's helpful. And again, she revives 25% chance to revive an ally. So she's just an extra safety precaution, but she also gives heals to the team while Minerva waits on her long cooldown ultimate to get up and running, which really heals the team fully. The next character I believe is Captain Marvel. The reason why I like Captain Marvel is she has a lot of self-sustain. Again, she's tier 13, level 70 for me. I have her T4s on her ultimate and her passive. Her passive gives her more health, and her ultimate gives her a lot more damage. She's really the main damage dealer. But and she has self-sustain. She also, whenever Minerva does her ultimate, gives Captain Marvel a deflect. It's a little bit extra help, but it's not necessary. The hardest node you're gonna face in this is Ultron. Again, I autoed all of it. Even if you don't believe me when I say I autoed all of it, I'll show you proof that I was able to clear these nodes without Ultron and get through it. That's pretty much all I have to say about Captain Marvel. She's just damage and self-sustain. Next up is Minerva. A lot of people know Minerva is very vital. A lot of people who unlocked Ultron the first time around use Minerva to get through that. That's because this mass phlebotomy steals 15% health. Percentage-based stats that do that type of stuff to the other team is huge, especially when you put her with Phoenix at the end, who's stealing 20% health. She's stealing 15% health. That's 35% health. That's great. And those characters can obviously heal up and stuff, but still it's great. She also heals up anytime one of Nick Fury's minions die. She's getting turn meter when the other team dies, she heals up. And she applies deflect on herself and on Captain Marvel, and she can revive with genetic reconstruction. Her and Scientist Supreme have a really good thing going on where Scientist Supreme has low cooldowns but kind of low healing. And so Minerva's, I believe, is a 7 turn cooldown. So Scientist Supreme keeps you up and running while you wait for mass phlebotomy to get its turn and go again. Next up, I believe, is Yo-yo. Yo-yo, what she does best for this team is there's no protectors on this team except for when Nick Fury calls in his shield security. When there is no shield security, she applies offense down to any enemy that's about to go. That's amazing for this. Your team can take so much damage when the other team has offense down. When you have shield security out on the team, it's really not too much of a drag because he's going to die off soon. And we'll talk about that node 11 with Deadpool. I believe it's node 11. I might be misspeaking, but I believe it's node 11. And we'll talk about that. But she's great. She also has a 50% chance to apply evade to that ally. Again, with Nick Fury's special, if he has that evade, he will apply that to his whole team. Again, not that it's super needed, but it just helps. So that's it for the team. Let's go through the screenshots. I just want to show off all that stuff. So here's node 1. I'll go full screen. Here's node 1. Cleared it. Attack 1. My attack history. Cleared it. Completed. Here's node 2. I don't know why it's going to do that. Best attack was attack 1. Completed. Node 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it was node 10 that was the Deadpool node. So there's between 5 and 7 Deadpools. You just need to apply stun, especially with Minerva and Scientist Supreme. They're applying a lot of debuffs, and this is a way to counteract it. I think there is a team somewhere with Minerva and Scientist Supreme that can beat this in one day, but I think you definitely need them. But you also need somebody that can stun. There's Mordo can stun. I know Graviton can stun. I know Shield Security by himself can stun. I would rather use Nick Fury and advise Nick Fury just because of that good Yo-Yo combination with Nick Fury special and Yo-Yo's passive. Again, you just need a stun Deadpool to get through this node. This is probably where I auto-played it just a little bit just to make sure I could keep stunning Deadpool just to get through the node. Again, I did a lot of damage, but this is a pretty big node. All right, node 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and on to the final Ultimus node. I don't have a screenshot of the attack or whatever, but I have a screenshot of the thing. Let's make a point of we're about 4 hours in. So the final node. Here was when I got them down to 6 of 24. Here's my team: Minerva, Yo-Yo, Captain Marvel, Scientist Supreme, Phoenix. We had taken out Ultron. Here's the last Spider-Man. Here's them finishing it, and here's my time. So that last node took me about 30 minutes. I think you guys can do it too. I am going to keep on working on this stuff because I want a fully farmable team that you can do for this. I will say you can probably swap out Captain Marvel for Falcon. I just don't have Falcon at Gear 13, so I couldn't try it out. I think he will. He doesn't have self-sustain, but he does have deflect, and he will give turn meter to the team, and he has pretty good damage as well. So I think you can swap him out for Captain Marvel. I'm going to try that out in the future once I get a Gear 13 Captain Marvel. But I want to know what you guys think of this. Again, this video is for people who haven't unlocked Ultron. But if you have, I want to know what your thoughts are on this too, because I think this is awesome. I hope people can do this. I hope you don't need a Gear 14 Phoenix to beat Ultron in one stage. If you don't have Phoenix, but you do the normal 5 of Nick Fury, Captain Marvel, Minerva, Scientist Supreme, and Yo-Yo, I think it'll probably take you 3 days, 2.5 days technically, because you know 3 attempts total. Let's just say that. So I think that'll be the most. That was honestly the lowest that I saw. I've been searching around looking for stuff. I know there's a full-on aim team that can do it, and someone said 2.5 days, which means 3 attempts. That's the same as my team. But if you can level up all these characters and get them there, I feel like that's great. Let's just run through real quick the mini uniques. Off the top of my head, no, I do not want to buy 50 Namor shards. Off the top of my head, Nick Fury needs the Serum SO2. Phoenix needs Astral Energy. Scientist Supreme needs the Tesseract. Captain Marvel needs the Superior Adamantium. Minerva needs the Superior Gamma Radiation. I believe Yo-Yo needs the Superior, Titanium Alloy. So they all use different ones. That was the hardest thing to get for me when I was trying to get into Dark Dimensions 2, was getting all the mini uniques. So again, they all use different characters. Again, there's 2 tech, there's 2 bio, 1 mutant, 1 skill. So you should have plenty of mutant and skill gear to go into this after you beat Dark Dimensions 1, Enter the Darkness. And again, I think Yo-Yo and Minerva are probably the most unfree-to-play friendly, but people who've been playing for a while probably have Minerva unlocked. You might have Yo-Yo unlocked. She just went into the premium orbs exclusively, which sucks, and I hate that. But I'm going to keep on working on this stuff too. I want a solid 5 that can get you through. That's a pretty diverse team with different mini uniques, but I'm going to keep on working on this. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, make sure you're subscribed. It'll help out the channel a lot. Share this video. Let me know if you are planning on using this team. Let me know if you've already unlocked Ultron and you think this is a good team. I don't know what you guys think. But other than that, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.